I'm informed of the Hantavirus. Is it Hantavirus they call it?
In this video, Pastor Chris Oyakilome, PhD, have enlightened us, or rather exposed the entire Hantavirus situation. Let's watch this video.
Yeah, a stupid virus. It's all a trick. They knew about the Hantavirus because they created it a long time ago. They have a Hantavirus pulmonary infection that they talked about as one of the results of COVID. So they knew about that years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. They created it. So all this nonsense, we will not be deceived again, right? It's all hogwash. Nonsense. Nonsense, absolutely. It's when you get back to your city. Why did I tell you those things? If we're not watchful, we allow things to be done that should not be done. There are policies in different cities, in different countries that are not of God and are inspired by Satan. If we're not watchful, we will think it's just the party, that political party and their ideology. No, it's not just them. There's a spirit moving them, inspiring them. When these policies are being drafted and you get to know, pray in the spirit. If you're not sure what it's about, pray. If you pray in the spirit, the Lord will tell you. He will inspire you. He will guide you. He'll talk to you. He'll tell you why or what it's about. And then you know what stand to take. You know what stand to take. And you don't have to wait until all the Christians in the city agree together. They may not. I told you during the COVID, a lot of them thought it was God punishing the world for the world's wickedness. That's what many thought. They thought it was from God. This is God's taking action. God's doing it. It had nothing to do with God. It wasn't God at all. It was all the devil. But they didn't know it. And some were cooperating with the devil. In some cities, in some countries, the government officials, some of who were Christians, went into churches with whips and drove them out of the church, arrested some, locked them up, sent them to jail for holding church services. Think about it. They thought they were doing God's service. These were Christians. Even Muslims would not dare go into the church. But Christians, who believed they were in service of God for COVID, went into the church, ordered the pastor to stop talking, and ordered the people out of the church. And all the time, they were doing this for Satan without knowing it. Jesus said, you err because you know not the scriptures. You see, they didn't know the scriptures. They erred. it. So I said, let's not let it happen again. Shouldn't happen again.
First of all, thank you so much to the man of God, Pastor Chris Uyakilome, for this wonderful, enlightenment and teaching. Right now, a few days ago, we saw this news. For those of you that have been following this, whole news about Hantavirus, like I said again, a few days ago, there were reports that a certain cruise ship or so, it was discovered that a certain virus is being spread among the passenger. I think it is either a cruise ship or I can't remember the details now. Please, you guys should help me in the comment section. Now that there was a virus being spread among the passengers, and before you know it, they said it was Hantavirus, and just like the man of God said, these things keep coming up from time to time. I think in 2008, it was SARS, right? Similar pattern, similar, stuff, similar dimension. SARS then it went forward in 2014. When I say similar pattern, I mean symptoms, the same thing, breathing and all those stuff. Then in 2014, it became the Ebola virus, right? All about 6 months, ravaging several African countries. The impact of Ebola virus then was massive and all that. Then, fast forward again to 2019, sorry, COVID 2019, which was one of the worst, became a global major pandemic. The entire world was shut down for like 1 year. Sometimes when I look back at that period, I'm like, how were we able to even survive the entire shutdown? No church, nothing. Economies around the world shut down. That period, and by God's grace, around 2021, 2022, we came out of that. Now, I was having a conversation with somebody some time ago. I'm a critical thinker, right? So I evaluate these things and I ask these questions. Now, I was having a conversation with somebody, and the person was like, "Are we ready for the next pandemic?" And I was like, "Why are you asking that type of question? What do you mean by are we ready for the next pandemic?" And he said, "Yes, that it is only a matter of time." That he has looked at the timelines of the previous, this type of thing in the past and how they happened and all that, and that it is just only a matter of time. And just a few days ago, we had this conversation before, right? So a few days ago, I reminded him. I said, "You are actually right. We are now listening. We are now saying this, but we are hoping that it doesn't get to that stage or that scale where it becomes an issue." What do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video.